aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. And nothing tips off a broadcast like it.
Thank you, Kevin. Well,
all right, David. And Kevin, what's it feel like when you hear you're one of the most dominant players of this generation? In a generation of great players.
That's weird. That's weird to hear because, you don't do anything by yourself.
Think of the names. Think of the names.
You know what? When you talk about stats and you talk about, numbers, then you put them up against, previous and your peers, then yeah. But, you got to always give homage to coaching styles. You got to always give homage to organizations, other players. Players make this league. This is not something you do by yourself. You come in here, you put your work in, but, the camaraderie and the energy that you're able to get, the friendships, the bonds you're able to get in this. Now you have to give that to your teammates and your brothers that have helped you on the way.
You've always deferred. You've always said, yeah, thank you, but listen, look at this guy. Look at this coach.
It is, man. Seriously, man. I won MVP in 04, and it was more about the guys that I was playing with and our connection more than the award. I was kind of the symbol and the example of that team put together, and I hope that I was able to always be, the example of. I hope that I was able to always, have those guys to be proud of, what we all accomplished that year, because one person just don't come into that and do that. That's a team.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Dunn and Levine are the guard set, and down low it's Markkanen and Carter, and it's Allen in at the 3 slot.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Chicago making a switch here. Evans is checked in.
This is what a leader does early. Good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Down low. And it's Levine that time on the assist by Allen.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Brown against Levine. Brown the pass to Morris. Clock at 6. Here's Tatum. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
Evans inside. Guarded by Tatum. Makes it off the glass. Kevin, listening to the value you placed in preparation, practice to you was obviously important.
Practice to me was very important. Preparing was very important. Scouting reports, being clear, understanding rotation, understanding what the goal was, understanding the plan. Like, I took all that to heart because I had to be the relayer of that. I had to articulate that to players. I had to be the one in pick and rolls calling out the coverages and stuff. And if I didn't know that, then, Rondo, the guards, they didn't know. So
they were going to get blasted.
So I had to be on top of that. So that was part of the responsibility, one of my responsibilities of just being a professional and being ready to play.
All the anticipation, the confidence. You love seeing Tyreke Evans go right up with the shot off the pass.
Tatum kicks to Irving. Plenty of space. Misses off the left iron.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean look.
That's tipped, and they're able to recover. The shot's good from Carter. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside Irving. Again, Irving missing.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
Evans against Tatum. Evans dishes to Allen. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Allen's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, the court awareness Evans has is impressive. He's wonderful at recognizing when these guys are open.
Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing.
He's the key if they're going to make a run. He's been way off this court.
Allen finds Evans. Shot clock at 6. And the shot is good. Evans has got 7 points.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that one's good, Irving.
See right there, Kyrie showing you the range. Usually hovers around 40% from three. Must be accounted for at all times.
Kevin, you did the unusual. Your senior year in high school, you transferred not just to another city, but to another state where you were named the high school player of the year across the country. Tell us a bit about the importance of that personally and playing-wise to you.
Well, going to a new place, I wanted to establish myself in a big city like Chicago, coming from a small place like South Carolina. It was a shock at first. And what I mean by shock, I just never estimated that many good players being in one central area. Chicago has tons of talent that's unheard of. And all I wanted to do is just have a presence there. And it was a bit of a task, but, slowly but surely I gave myself short goals. To be number one is always a goal of mine, but more importantly, to be established, for everybody to know that, this is Kevin Garnett. This is who he is. This is what he's about. And, I used to wear that on my shoulder. I've always took a lot of pride in myself and how I prepare. And I wanted everybody to know in the city of Chicago that I was there.
It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Levine. 4 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And let's check out some stats for Horford. Over the last month, getting it done. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
And Tatum over to help. Markkanen with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Celtics trail by 8. Down low. Changes up. And Horford with the lay-in. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, everyone knows that Horford relishes any chance he gets down low.
Evans passes to Allen. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they were moving.
Pass to Markkanen. Carter kicks to Allen. And Kevin, you talk about the makeup of a championship roster. Can you win it if you're not bound together, if you're not like a family?
I don't know. I only have one as a family.
Yeah.
And I just don't know him going forward and doing something together that it represents family. I think that if you're doing something alone, that says solo. If you're doing something as family, it makes a lot more easy.
Well said.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Markkanen passes to Levine. Another one falls for Chicago.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Hayward comes in for Marcus Morris. Smart's checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's Rozier in for Brown. Now, here's Rozier. Guarded closely. Back to Smart. Kept alive by Boston. Baines. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
And it's Allen with the jam.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Irving, defended by Moutier. Rozier looking around. There's the three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, on the road, you need as many contributors as you can find. The reserves definitely help fuel the win that time.
Irving dishes to Smart. Hayward outside. Over Parker. Here's Baines. The kick out to Rozier. Boston again missing.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Parker. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Parker's got his first 2 points of the night. And Kevin, you think about the importance of veteran mentorship for young players looking back. Who provided that mentorship for you?
Sam Mitchell, Terry Porter, shout to Doug West, shout to J.R. Ryder, shout to, Christian Layton. All these were my vets, both good and bad. I'm learning something from all these guys. Shout to Kevin McHale, shout to, rest in peace to the great Flip Saunders. These are all my vets who helped me progress as a guy and as a player. More importantly, took me under their wing, taught me finances, taught me about life, taught me how to be a young man, taught me about being professional, learning this book of business when it came to basketball, because when it comes to lockouts and all that stuff, when you have to be able to talk and negotiate your own stuff, you got to know the rules and know what it is. A lot of people don't know that the league is 2/3 of council, and you got to stay above that and understand how this whole monster works. And then if you want to be in the elite, you got to dedicate yourself in the gym. You got to dedicate yourself in the business. If you're trying to be a brand of something, you have to do all these things. When you look at Jordan, you look at Kobe, you look at these brands out here, these, LeBron has a brand, KD has a brand. You have to invest in yourself to be able to, grow this. This is the elite. I'm not talking about average. I'm not talking about good. I'm not talking about great. This is the elite. These are people that's going to be on and people that you're going to remember, for years to come.
Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot on the plate, though.
True legendary.
Here's Rozier. 8 points his last outing. Nice shot by Smart.
Just too physical. Smart, shedding the defense and finishing strong.
The Bulls leading by 12. Allen with it. Now the pass to Blakeney. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Rozier kicks to Baines. Pass to Tice. Hayward on the wing. Shoots from the line. Rebound by the Bulls. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Allen, that's good.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They've built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
Baines passes to Rozier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the fearlessness by Rozier, that's what helps him earn the trip to the stripe.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the evening. Both good from the line that time. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Moutier looking around. Parker outside. Kicks it to Allen. To the left wing. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And the 3-ball is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And here is Rozier. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hayward kicks to Rozier for the 3. And it's Gordon Hayward with the 3. Hayward's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Quick decision making. Hayward wasting no time. Launches it right out of the catch.
Blakeney passes to Allen. Over Hayward. Moutier with the ball. Another 3 for Chicago.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And so it's Chicago, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The Celtics have shown their toughness.
What's going to separate us is how close we are. And
They certainly Boston ends up going with a new group. KG, you had so much success as a high school player. In fact, you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated. How about that, huh? How about I can see the picture in my mind's eye right now.
Kev, that fell in my lap, man. That wasn't something that I was striving for, but who doesn't want to be on the cover of anything? And nonetheless, SI, and I was more than giddy-eyed and glitz or whatever you want to call it. Listen, very special moment for me. A lot of people don't know you have to get permission to be in certain neighborhoods, and we got permission to be in the neighborhood. We got the shooter right there in front of Farragut, which was very dear to me because of the transformation and the stuff that I have been through and where I was at. You know, I hold Farragut a very, 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 very special place in my heart. So it was important for me to have it on the cover.
Excellent. So for Chicago right now, and down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Evans out there with Moutier, and it's Allen in at the 3, the small forward. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Raptors was tremendous. He had 43 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special, but the biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of us.
Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded. Now the dish to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game. 3 seconds left, and the dunk by Evans.
Such aggression on these takes inside. Evans is solid at penetrating and getting close to the bucket.
Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Detroit Pistons.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Whether life or sports, that's all you can do. Stay committed to your brand of basketball and let the chips fall where they may.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Celtics.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, and he's good on the 3-ball. Markkanen's got 6 here in this quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the type of leader you are, Kevin, the idea of coaching must have crossed your mind at some time. Am I right or no?
Oh, no. Listen, I like to think...
Too much?
You know what? You have to have a certain patience with coaching. I like to think of myself as a teacher. I like to think of myself as being able to articulate certain things about the game, having a high IQ, being able to translate that from, how I'm thinking to showing you. Those are the things that enthusiastic about, some stuff I want to show about. I don't have any enthusiasm about being out here, X's and O's, drawing up a play. That, man, being a coach is a huge responsibility.
And if they couldn't match your intensity, I'm sure that would frustrate you as a coach,
no,
right?
You have to understand that not matching my intensity, but getting a goal done. How you go about something is your way. As long as we're here to reach the same goal.
Yes.
I can't tell you how hard to do something, but I will hope that you would do it hard enough to where it was preventative or however hard it took to reach the goal. And, I've always said that if I'm able to teach someone and get them to work with me, I would hope that they would put some velocity in it in the hopes in which I win at it. That's the only way you got to go at it.
Well said. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Celtics. 15-point game. Shoots from the elbow. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by, and please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need the guard, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. Hey, you know, Chris, is interesting. Kevin Garnett was so impactful on the court as a player. Is it possible that he could have a similar level of impact in a broadcast setting?
Well, Kevin is my boy, so I believe definitely he can do whatever he puts his mind to. You know, Kevin is a hard worker, and he knows in anything in life, you know, when you have to be a rookie, work hard, learn the game, and then do your thing. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Allen for 3, and Boston with the rebound. Brown outside. Passes to Morris. Tatum against Allen. 6 to shoot. Shoots. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Allen finds Moutier. Back to Allen. Over Tatum. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And an instant reaction to that call from the fans.
Irving looking over the floor. And here's Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
Oh, you love to see Brown knock down the 3-ball.
And so it's Chicago. Up by a dozen here at the end. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, some of it is based on how the defense is playing you. He didn't force things. Instead, he rewarded his teammates.
Down low, it's Morris and Horford. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt, and it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jumper.
Chris, of current players who could eventually become coaches, who would you put in that category? There are a lot of brilliant guys that play this game, think the game through so well.
Chris Paul, Ariza, those guys come to mind for some reason to me. Klay Thompson,
yes,
he comes to mind, and I don't know if it's the personality that I see these guys in or if it's the way that they approach the game. But, yeah, those guys come to mind. I definitely could see them taking the game to another level once their playing days have ended.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Back to Allen. He kicks it to Dunn. In the corner, it's Levine. Over Brown. They get the rebound. Allen. And he banks in the layup. Allen's got 17.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's part of what makes him a great player. His effort level always stays high.
Back to Brown. From downtown. No good from Irving.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Allen kicks to Markkanen. Back to Allen. And Brown over to help. Levine wide open. That one falls coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Celtics trail by 20. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And stolen by Dunn. Tatum against Allen. Dunn outside from 12 feet out. Rebounded by the Celtics. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. To halt the run, and there's the bucket from Tatum. He's got 8.
The height, the footwork. No wonder Tatum's knocked down mid-range from there.
Dunn dishes to Carter. Allen kicks to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Allen against Irving. Allen passes to Markkanen. Clock at 4. Carter left side. Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
So for the Bulls, Marjanovic comes in for Carter, and Jabari Parker subbed in for Markkanen. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Hayward kicks to Smart. The Celtics need to get a shot off. On its way from Hayward for 2. That's good on the jump shot. Hayward's got 5.
He adds so much to their offense. With his skill set, Hayward makes this hard on every opponent.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Good, and Smart gets the assist. That's now 8 points for Gordon Hayward.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
The Bulls leading by 17. Pass to Marjanovic. Parker outside. Kicks to Dunn. In the corner, it's Levine. Knocked away. Stolen by Smart. That one wide left.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And they pick up 2.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. He dishes it to Hayward. And stolen by Dunn. Here's Allen. Parker trying to free himself up. There's Allen. That's good on the assist from Dunn. And that's now 21 points for Allen. Celtics trail by 21. Now, here's Rozier. The pass to Tice. Back to Rozier. Hayward on the wing. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And they get it back. Tice kicks to Smart. 6 to shoot. Over Levine. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Parker finds Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, you hear that? No, you don't hear anything. They silence the crowd with this big lead. No sign that they're letting up.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Well, you look at Allen. Right now he leads in the East, getting plenty of ballots with his name on it. And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. And Baines kicks to Tice. In the corner, Smart with it. Over Levine.
Work in progress on this end. It's awesome seeing Levine make an impact and hard work on defense.
And the shot is long.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Fades away. That shot is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Hayward, and nothing is falling for him right now. Oh, Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Chalk up 2 there. Levine's got 19 points.
Oh, solid at realizing when to take these shots. Levine's eyes light up. His passes are coming his way.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Back to Rozier. Pass to Baines. Feeds it to Smart. Right through the D for the layup. Smart's got 11.
I mean, he's got the size and the strength to finish amongst the big men. That's why he does it. Smart, built to last in the paint.
See, Webb, if there were ever a player where stats did not tell the whole story, it would be Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I mean, if you look to his line every night, you'd think he was just another role player. But Smart, he's a difference. Tough, physical. I mean, he makes winning plays.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Chicago also making some changes. Blakeney's checked in. And Tyreek Evans subbed in for Chris Dunn. Outside, Smart. To the paint. Here's Tatum. Tries again. And Allen with the block. And he's able to get it back. Baines. And finally they hit one.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
And the dunk by Parker.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Passes it to Baines. Now Rozier. Dishes it to Hayward. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists now in this one. Allen against Tatum. Evans feeling it out a bit. Allen outside. And the Bulls, another 3.
Well, he's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Boston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Smart dishes to Hayward. Smart kicks to Tatum. Fires from the wing. And again, it's Boston converting.
And we can see this from his rookie year. Tatum's a guy who's going to make shots and at times carry an offense.
Allen passes to Parker. And good that time. Parker's got 6 in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. And again, it's Boston converting.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
1:35 left in the third quarter. Allen. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, so difficult to guard in the pick and roll. Evans often makes sharp decisions in these sets.
Smart kicks to Baines. Here's Tatum. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And it's Parker in the corner. Evans outside. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Marjanovic finds Allen. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. Brown comes in for Smart. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chicago. Valentine comes in for Parker.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason while they're in control. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Irving dishes to Tatum. A 15-footer, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Evans passes to Markkanen. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Irving with a clean look, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Lighting up the scoreboard all night. I mean, Irving's showing the versatility and his persistence.
And so it's Chicago, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Emmanuel Mudiay. Allen is out there with Valentine. And it's Felicio in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Kicks it out to Allen. Compared to when you were playing C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. It's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders, the Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. And it's Brown missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Allen kicks to Valentine. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Allen's got 16 here in the second half.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this one.
Now here's Irving, defended by Mudiay. Irving drives in, gets it to go from 8 feet. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You better respect the sensational ball handling from Irving. I mean, phenomenal slashing through defense.
Allen passes to Valentine. Allen dishes to Valentine. Allen with it. Williams picks him up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
In that game against the Cavaliers, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And he makes that one.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
It's Allen with the drive, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
But yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Free throw, good. Allen.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here. in the second half, going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
And Hayward with the stuff.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his passing.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking.
Hayward against Allen. Pass to Marjanovic. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
Dunn kicks to Marjanovic. There's the dish to Allen. The pass to Valentine. Pass to Marjanovic. 6 to shoot. Allen inside the three-point line. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Allen's got 38 points. For Boston, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Hayward finds Irving. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
No, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, one thing is the difference between the United States and other places. Other places they can shoot free throws. Other places they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Allen against Hayward. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Now that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Hayward outside. Over Allen. Rebound by Parker.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Morris. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Daniel Tice comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Irving. Then for the Bulls, Blakeney's checked in. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Chris Dunn. And here's Morris for 3. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Allen. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Last year, the NBA moved the trade deadline to before the All-Star break, C-Webb. Did you like that decision?
It caused teams to make trade decisions much sooner, and I like that. But I don't like the fact that maybe if, let's say, I'm a fan of Utah Jazz, and you trade the player that we love so much, and he's an all-star, and I can't root for him as a Utah Jazz fan. So as a fan, it gets a little bit tricky because that's still my player, and I want to celebrate with this guy at the all-star break, but maybe I can't. But I think that what it does is it makes the teams much more competitive because no longer can you sit back and wait and have the time you could before to think as much as you could. Now you have to make a decision on who your team is, the identity, and do you want to get better now or take the risk now? And I think it's put some teams on the hot seat, and I like seeing teams on the hot seat having to make decisions quick.
Parker passes to Allen. Rebound by the Celtics. Right side, Smart. Brown outside. Passes it to Tice. He kicks to Smart. Back to Tice. 6 on the shot clock. Brown feeling it out a bit. Can't hit that one. The Bulls shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Allen.
Well, of all the things he did well, his passing was the most important. He spread the ball around, kept everyone involved, and their offense clicked.
Pass to Blakeney. Back to Allen. Kicks it to Mudiay. It's Allen on the wing. Gets to the corner and buries it. Allen's got 42 in the game.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And the basket by Rozier.
And for anyone who hasn't been paying attention, Jaylen Brown's developed into a threat as a distributor.
Allen for the 3. And Rozier pulls it down. Outside, Smart. The pass to Rozier. Fires for 3. That shot, no good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.